speaking of staff people, as we are here, I got involved last week with an issue actually between Fish and Wildlife and Department of Health down in Quilcene Bay. There had been a closure in the shellfish areas because of the contamination from fishermen, basically, and their waste along the river, and had concerns, from citizens, because their businesses were closing down there, being closed for that period of time. And they made a number of phone calls to the Department of Health and others, but the staff was right on it, over at the Health Department. They really took a role in bringing those two agencies together, and some citizens doing some cleanup and documenting that things were in better shape so they could reopen. And Susan Porto's name came up a couple of times from different state people, and just kind of building on that collaborative philosophy we've had, that staff has, that worked over in Mystery Bay and other areas where we had a role in pulling agencies together, so where we have these interjurisdictional conflicts and stuff, and saying, well, we can work it out here. And they don't have to be told. They're just often doing it, and it's going to be a recurring issue. It is in other rivers and different parts of the Sound, and it's going to be an issue again next year, so I'm encouraging people to be proactive and look at ways to address that problem ahead of time. It's going to be a concern with the state budget cuts on what agencies feel like they can do. It's expensive to put porta potties out there. It's expensive to do some of these things, and they're actually looking at cutting back on a number of their programs. So it's going to bear watching over the next year. But just in terms of the staff response, I was just real pleased. So appreciate the work they do.
Comments came back from in talking about it with Jean Baldwin, our public health director. She said that they really were seeing that both Department of Health and Fish and Wildlife, State Fish and Wildlife, were really compromised by the state budget cuts and the loss of staff. And sometimes it's hard to find the people to coordinate with.
You're right. Yeah, it is.
And that really, therefore, our role was even more important because they didn't have the staff leadership at the state level to